Hello everyone, how are you? Students, you know that examinations are approaching, and from 2nd of November we have examinations, our half yearly examinations. All the videos that are made till date will be covered as a syllabus. Nothing outside the syllabus will be coming. You have already received your syllabus, you have already received the timetable, you have already received the syllabus of all the subjects. If you have problem in any of the subject regarding anything, you are most welcome to come to the school taking an appointment with the teacher. And if not, then we are anyways interacting and contacting each other through our mails. So, and that is the much safest mode of communication. So I want you to please communicate to us through mails whatsoever the problem is, whatsoever the difficulties that you're facing in any of the subjects, because every teacher is on toes replying you and serving the problems that you have regarding anything. So I really don't feel like that any of the student is being ignored. So please do contact us through mails, and do not panic, because the videos, if I talk about myself, the videos, the topics I have made are the only topics that are going to be coming in the examination. All right, nothing beyond that would be coming. But yes, there are some tricky questions, definitely. It's not like that if I have taught you ABCD, then ABCD is only going to come, right? So I really wish you very good luck, and with this, let's start another session of economics. All right, come on. Class 10th. Today I'm starting with chapter number 6, entrepreneur or entrepreneur. Now the chapter number 5, that is capital and capital formation, you can skip that chapter because that is not important. If you are in a doubt that it might come in the examination, so you can just give it a reading of the capital and capital formation meaning, and that is it, right? So over here I have entrepreneur or entrepreneur, that is a person who starts an enterprise. He searches for opportunities and responds to it, right? Who is an entrepreneur? An entrepreneur is a person who starts an enterprise and he searches for opportunity and he responds to it. So if I read the definition given by Richard Cantillon, he says that an entrepreneur or entrepreneur is a person who pays a certain price for a product to resell it at an uncertain price, thereby making decisions, obtaining and using the resources, while consequently admitting the risk of enterprise, right? Now we have some functions of an entrepreneur, which says that first is conceiving the idea of business. Okay, we are going to come to this point, conceiving the idea of business. Now the entrepreneur conceives the idea of a particular business which suits his nature, skill and resources. He makes a thorough study of the condition of the market and business prospects. After making a thorough study of economic viability, he decides the business that he has to start. Second is estimation of details of business and implementation of the same. Now an entrepreneur is supposed to estimate the business in detail, because if he does not estimate the business in detail, then he might face losses in the near future. So after arriving at a conclusion about the nature of the business, the entrepreneur works out the details of business, that is what, how and when to produce, from the resources are to be arranged, right? And from where the resources are to be arranged. With all these estimations, he makes an all-out efforts to give a practical shape to his plans, organizes various factors of productions, brings all the various factors of production together and sets them to function in proper harmony. Third is supervision and control of business activity. Now the entrepreneur has to supervise and control the day-to-day business activities to accomplish the business objectives. For this, he properly coordinates between various factors of production as the risk, that is success or failure, profit or loss, of business operation directly affects his finances. He keeps a vision and control on the business affairs and avoids unnecessary expenditures. He is required to take a numerous decision and has to get these decisions properly implemented. Innovation, fourth point. He has to be very innovative. He has to be very creative. Why? Because innovation is one of the most important functions of an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur uses information, knowledge, and intuition to come up with new products, new methods of reducing cost of a product. Right? So through innovations, an entrepreneur converts a material into a resource or combines existing resources into new and more productive configuration. Now we have is qualities of an ideal entrepreneur. Now all these functions of an entrepreneur that I have read out to you, these are enough, right? These are enough. Next is qualities of an ideal entrepreneur. How or what qualities should be there in an entrepreneur? First is leadership. He should have a leadership quality, because an entrepreneur must have the leadership quality. He should have the capacity to influence people and win their confidence. He must understand human nature so that he can make each person to give his best. He must be thoughtful and skilled. Thus, an entrepreneur is called a captain of the ship. Second, negotiating skills. He should know how to bargain. He should know how to negotiate. So an entrepreneur must possess good negotiating skills, because running a business involves holding negotiation on various issues and with various parties like trade union, government officials, etc. Third is honesty. He should be honest. He should not be a cheater. He should not be a liar. Honesty. An entrepreneur should be honest. Modern business depends on high level of credibility. If an entrepreneur is not honest, people will lose confidence in him, and that what he does not wants to happen. Then knowledge of the business. He should have full knowledge of the business. He should have full knowledge of what business he is doing, what is good for that business and what might be bad for that business. Then far-sightedness. Far-sightedness means he should have the quality of forecasting. Like he should have the quality of forecasting means he should have the quality that he can think and he can decide that this might happen in the near future and act and decide in the present. Right? Courage. He should have courage. He should have courage to take decisions. He should have courage to take risk. Vision. He should have a clear vision. He should communicate his vision to the team and work with them to make a vision a reality. Vision means he should have a plan. He should have a blueprint in the mind. Organizational ability. He should have organizational ability means he should have the ability to gather all his team workers, to gather all his partners together and then move together. Right. So these are the 8 points and these are enough for the qualities of an ideal entrepreneur or entrepreneur. Now we have role of entrepreneur. Now I'm just reading out the headings. Okay, you just read down the matter. Capital formation, improvement in per capita income, generation of employment. Then we have as balanced regional development. This point is very important. Then improvement in living standards, economic independence, backward and forward linkage. Right. Then we have a distinction between laborer and an entrepreneur. Now let's do this. Right. And then we'll finish up this chapter. Now a laborer, he has to do only a few fixed things, whereas the entrepreneur, he has to perform all the jobs, right from the planning of business to selling the product. Then laborer is not involved in the risk taking, received fixed wages in return of his labor, whereas entrepreneur has to bear many risks with no certainty of profit. Laborer gets wages for labor irrespective of the sales of the product, whereas entrepreneur gets profit only at the end after the sale of the product. Then laborer is more mobile. He can change his work or place easily, whereas an entrepreneur, he has limited mobility and the responsibility of the organization depends upon him. Then we have is laborer does not feel the responsibility of the end product, and entrepreneur feels the responsibility of the end product, right? Then we have manager and entrepreneur, distinction between. Now entrepreneur sets up a new enterprise or undertakes a venture for his personal gratification. Manager does not take new venture and render services in an existing enterprise. An entrepreneur assumes risk of economic certainty involved in the enterprise. A manager does not assume or share any risk involved in the enterprise he is serving. Third point is the reward of an entrepreneur for his risk-bearing role is profit, and the reward of a manager for rendering his services salary, which unlike profit is fixed and regular and can never be negative, right? So these are the 3 points that are enough, and with this, children, we finish chapter number 6, that was entrepreneur, right? Then we have this law of theory of demand. You know the meaning of demand. You know what is demand. You know what are the factors that determine the individual's demand. So you please read this, because I'm not reading it because it's going to waste time reading it again and again. I have already made a video on this chapter, demand, right? So you all read this factors determining market demand, and what is market schedule, what is demand curve, right? 2 demand curves are there. First is the individual demand curve, and then we have the market demand curve, right? And then we have his individual demand schedule, and then we have market demand schedule. What is the difference between? Then we have law of demand, right? So please go through this chapter. Only these are going to come in the examinations. Nothing beyond this is coming, right? And till then, take care. Bye bye. I'll see you in the next video.